Thank you, Lord. I need those down. I'll just get the now one. I'll just get the now one. I'll just get the now one. I want to get a popsicle.
Go get a popsicle and 2 more ice creams.
Okay. How about me?
I just said to open that up. Ready?
can I have some marshmallows?
Marshmallows? Ask mommy.
I like how to go. Grab, grab.
Yeah.
I told you a lot of times. One. I told you a lot of times. One.
Okay.
Why didn't you listen the first other time? It's a lot of fun. I don't. Come on. Okay. Come on. Come on. There. What are you doing?
Nothing. What do you do?
You? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with your air? What are you doing with your ears?
What do you do?
Huh? Huh? Daddy, what is that?
Chocolate.
Can I see here? Oh, it is. Daddy, come on. Daddy, you are daddy there, put them on the leg. No, there's really something. No, there's really stuff on your leg. Daddy, look. I don't need any sunburn. No sunburn.
Are you done with this?
No. Whoever done win, okay? They get to go in the pool. I'll get the ball.
Hurry up so we can go back in the pool. Or I'm gonna go without you. I guess we can go do laundry, huh?
Yeah. I'm done. Go in the pool. No joking. Woman, I have. Oh, yeah. Are you back? Daddy, come in the
Don,
water.
hold on, go play. I'll be in there in a minute.
Can you open it? Thanks. I might like it. I might like it too. No. Can somebody come in here? Like that. You done? Are you done? Are you done? Yeah, Daddy, come in.
Wait.
Daddy, please.
Wait. Go in the pool, baby.
So,
Don't squirt me.
don't touch me. Muffy, I have to squirt somebody.
Squirt yourself.
No. Not to squirt somebody. Not me. What the? No. 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 Not me. Not me. I'm not doing it. Me don't go down. No. You.
want me to close? Huh? Hey.
I gotta squirt somebody. I gotta squirt somebody. Not me. I patted my dog. I gotta squirt somebody. Oh, yes. Oh, no. I guess what? No! No! Wait! Then get under the towel, then it would just get wet under the towel. See? She's under the towel. That's enough. That's enough. What? What? You gotta come in.
Why do I gotta come in? Be alone.
You come in.
No, you don't let me. Get used to the water.
Can I touch you a little bit? Okay, sorry. Daddy, is that candy on your hand? No, that's it. No. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? No, settle down on you. I used it. Don't put my toys in there.
Dirty baby.
Who knows? Okay, one, two, right?
Oh, shoot.
I do grab that good. I want to be my first. You're not used to it. You know you're gonna use that gun. Don't, don't.
Vehicle's actually available. You probably know more about axle ratings than I do. It's like the 3.2.
3.2 NM?
I think it's 3.1. I guess that's what it is.
Okay, because they have the front and the rear is different.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. All right.
You want to see it?
Yes. Thank you.
I'm Mark.
Oscar. You okay with it, Max?
I mean, I got mine on, so I'm fine. Trust me, I can't stand these things. But state regulation says anybody that's working has to wear them.
No, I understand. So I'm not working, so I don't care.
It's a nice truck. I mean, we actually almost sold it, but people who wanted it, their credit was expensive.
The credit?
The credit wasn't good enough, so.
F-150. And this truck.
Are you trading any of those?
No. Okay.
Perfect. Give me a second.
All right.
Okay. Well, I might actually. Look, you can say right on. See you, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, just follow me up and down the highway.
All right.
All right, and then work out the deal for you. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Nossa, que delícia, cara. Puta que pariu, velho. Que delícia. Maria, que monstro. Que monstro, menino.
Process of watching him roll this out to me doesn't make sense.
Hey, computer, resume music. Computer, play music by Pete the Cat. Excuse me. How can I make it play? Pete the Cat. Lullaby. Computer, play music from Pete the Cat.
All right, everybody, you got me here. I know we're a few minutes early here. We got some people jumping on. Good to see you all here. Use the chat box. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. That would be awesome. Yeah, see, we got a bunch more people jumping on. I just sent a quick little hi to everybody. All right, Leave you. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Hey. We gonna get crazy. All right. Let me pull up a couple things here. Share my screen. And we will kick off at the top of the hour. Just so y'all know. Hopefully, there we go. All right, cool. Hope everyone's had a good day. What do I got here? Just want to make sure we're good. Should be good. I see Alex and Benton and Leaveyou and Neeson and Oscar and Bill and Bubba. And who else is on here? Mike and Rudi, Theo. Good to see everybody. So let me know if you guys see my screen. Just want to make sure. Since this thing's going to be on the screen. All right. So we'll kick off in about 5.5 minutes or so. Just give me a yes if you see the screen or a no, because I'm sharing it on my end. Yes. All right. Thanks, Benton. Appreciate that. Okay. Just making sure. I got a few other things all set to go here. All right. Perfect. Good deal. Alex, how you doing? Who else jumped on here? All right. Hopefully everyone had a good day, had a good holiday. Took a little time for yourself at some point. All right. So we'll give it a couple minutes here and we'll get rolling, guys. All right, everybody, good to see you all here today. We got about 1 more minute. We're kicking off. So get familiar with the chat box, guys. If you are using the chat box, which hopefully you will, make sure that before you hit send, the little drop down says that your message is going to everyone. Otherwise, it just goes to somebody privately, unless you mean for it to go to somebody privately. So, but anyway, it's good to be here. It is, what's the day? It's Tuesday. These holidays always mess me up. It is Tuesday, the 26th of May. Can't believe 5 months of the year is gone already. We're almost halfway through. Scale of 1 to 10 while we're waiting to kick off here. How is your year going? Scale of 1 to 10. You can't use 7. 7 is a safe number. It's non-committal. Got that from Tim Ferriss. Less than a minute here, we're going to kick off, guys. So give me what you got. We got a 5, says Benton. You got a 4. Uh-oh. What else do we have? Use that chat box, my friends. Here we go. All right, I see Alex and Benton and Derek and Galaxy S9 and iPhone, and John's iPad is here all by itself. It's miraculously connected, which is pretty cool. All right, it is 6 o'clock Eastern. It is 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Let's see. So I just said, if you're just jumping on here with us tonight, we're going to dig into some social media stuff, y'all. Some low-hanging fruit for you. But the one thing that I want to talk to you guys about is I want to get a pace. If you see numbers in the chat box, guys, that's how is your year going? Scale of 1 to 10, and you cannot use 7 because 7 is a safe number that is non-committal. And so we want to make sure that we're making a a statement here. There you go, Dan. That's right. We choose to make it a 10, no matter what's thrown our way. So anyway, guys, it's great to be together today. Got a lot to cover in this hour or so that we're together. And I'm always excited to do these things. Before we kick off, if you guys could just, again, find the chat box. Share with me where you are in the country right now. I'm just curious where you're at and what do you do? Where are you at? What do you do? So Cleveland, remodeler, whatever it is, type something like that in there for me, if you wouldn't mind. And that always helps me just make sure that things that are coming out of my mouth are good and helpful. And I'm pulling up a couple things here on my end, and we will be good. All right, so we got Honolulu. Corey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hawaii. Kevin in California. We got DC, we got Philly, we got New Jersey, North Carolina, Cape Cod, Maryland, Memphis, another Maryland, Jersey, Detroit, Arizona, says Oscar, Oregon, LA, Seattle, another Massachusetts, another GC. All right, guys, this is awesome. Good to be here tonight. So I'm excited to kick this off because we've been doing a series here with Harvey Building Products and Lansing Building Products. First, I want to thank them for pulling this together and making this happen for everybody. They work really hard to make sure that they're taking care of their customers and the construction industry as a whole. So make sure you reach out to your Harvey rep, your Lansing rep, and give them some props. So guys, we're going to get into this social media thing. So type in the box. This is super interactive, guys. All right. This is very interactive. It's my goal is we give you some strategies here tonight, help you get more clients, make some more money, all that good stuff in 2020 and beyond. But yes or no, do you consistently make money in your business because of what you do on social media? You have intention behind what you're doing, and you can pull up all right, Murari, you are privately sending it to me. So make sure when you reply, you hit reply to everybody. Okay. Guys, social media is a great tool. Okay. And so I'm super excited to be able to share this with you tonight. And this is man, there's so many things that we could cover here tonight, but I'm going to give you what I find has worked for myself. And also many of the people that I personally coach and work with in our programs and one-on-one coaching and all this other stuff. Guys, I've seen, just end of last year, 2019, somebody I work with engaged in some of this stuff that we're talking about here, and they added another $500,000 to their revenue. In 2019, they were 500 grand over their goal because in March of last year, they started to implement some of the things that we're talking about here. Okay. And so listen, at the end of the day, guys, if we're not making money from social media, then we got to get that fixed. We got to make that right, because it is number one, a great opportunity. Number two, why do we want to do something if we're not going to make money doing it when we have a business? Okay. Likes don't pay the bills, shares don't pay the bills, but what does pay the bills are checks and credit cards and cash coming into your business. Okay. Anyway, so let's dig in here. I appreciate you guys being here. It's awesome to see so many people on here tonight. So we're going to dig in. So why social media? Okay. Why should we bother with this stuff? I mean, I remember when this came out, when Facebook started hitting the scene and this and that, and then businesses started jumping on there. I remember a lot of people would say things like, oh, there's no way I'm going to spend time doing this in my business. And it took many companies many years to kind of figure this game out a little bit. But what you're going to see here as we go through some of these stats here in the beginning that I think are going to blow your mind, it's going to make the case for why you should bother with social media. All right. So first and foremost, guys, check this out. Do you know that 45% of the world population is on social media to some way, in some way, shape, or form? All right. 79% of Americans have a social media profile. 68% of United States adults, and I would lump in North America with that, you know, Canada and stuff, are on Facebook. They have an active profile on Facebook. Gen Xers, okay, that's me, I'm 50. 77.5% of them are active on social media. Baby boomers, that's the generation a little bit older than me, 40, almost half of them are active on social media. And guys, what this means, does anyone know why it's important, why I put Gen X people there and baby boomers there? Use the chat box. Why would that be important? We didn't even get into the millennials and stuff who are massively active on social media. Benton, you got it, man. They got money. Okay, Gen Xers and boomers typically make more money as a group, okay? And they've been around the block a few times with contractors. They've had some good experiences, some bad experiences, and everything in between. And I just want to paint the picture right out of the gate for you guys that this is a group of people that will spend money with brands that they trust, okay? All right, so let's move ahead here. I'm told you we're going to get down and dirty here pretty quick. I'm going to do some other screen share and stuff. But what I want to, this is from Social Sprout. They do a lot of research and social media stuff and marketing stuff. And they've done a great job putting some things together here. But this is what people typically want their brands to be on social media. And this is all going to set the stage for some of the things we're going to talk about here in a few minutes, guys. All right. Number one, they want you to be honest. They don't want any bullshit. You know, so many people on social media are a bunch of charlatans and they're phony. You know, how many of you have seen those pictures where if you scroll through Instagram, there's a guy, and you know, who's 19 years old, leaning on a Ferrari, and he's got like money falling from the sky around him. That's a bunch of crap. All right. Yeah, he went out and he rented a Ferrari. Some of these people take loans out of the bank. They take a loan, convert it to cash so they can lay a bunch of cash on their bed. All right, a bunch of BS in the world. Okay. In fact, there was a contractor not too long ago that somebody sent me a post where he went to like a Ferrari or high-end auto dealership after hours to shoot a video, so it would look like, you know, he's there to buy a car or whatever. Okay, so whatever. So guys, we're in this stage now where people, more than anything, they want honesty from a brand. Okay, let me cut my video because you don't need my video right now. There we go. Help the feed out a little bit. You guys with me here? All right. Can you guys hear me? Because Brett says he can't hear me. Yes? All right, good. All right, so then it's on Brett's end. Okay, so guys, they want you to be honest. They want you to be friendly, and they want you to be helpful right out of the gate. Then all these other things are least important. When somebody hops on social media and they interact with a company, they see a brand, they see a business, they see you as a business owner, they want honesty, they want authenticity, transparency, they don't want any bullshit. And so guys, we have to deliver that. This is what the data is telling us. Somebody's found the drawing tool, by the way, on Zoom here, and they're having fun with it. All right, so guys, I'm going to dig right in, and I'm going to actually show you a couple profiles here of friends of mine. So the guy there on the left, that's Alan Decker. This is his son. They're actually right now down in Atlanta, Georgia, or outside Atlanta, building a water feature for Shaquille O'Neal, them and a bunch of other water feature contractors. And the reason I have Alan here is I want to show you what it really means to be real on social media. So many companies, so many brands, so many business owners don't get started because actually, let me ask you guys, those of you that don't do much on social media right now, what's holding you back? Let's just start with that and see how well it matches with what's about to come out of my mouth. What do you got? Like I said at the top, we're very interactive here, so use that chat box. Okay, I don't know how to do content, okay? What else? Been lazy with it? Fear of putting myself out there? No consistency? Don't know. What else? Come on. What do we got? Okay, in addition to these things, guys, one of the biggest things, not sure what people want to see. Not sure if I'm going to be professional enough. That's a big thing. Like People feel like they don't want to put themselves on video or post images and pictures and things like that because they're not confident in the product that they're putting out there. Okay, so Brett says Brett, you just posted that privately, by the way. All of his jobs come from Facebook. That's awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of head trash around this, guys. And so we're going to talk 3 strategies tonight, like I said at the top here, that I believe if you just implement these things on a consistent basis, these mindsets on a consistent basis, you will see over time your brand grow, your leads will start to go up and this and that. And much of this is organic. So Alan there on the left was recently on my Contractor Fight podcast a few months ago. And Alan in 2019, and I'm going to show you some of his videos here in a minute. We're not going to watch them all and stuff, but I just want to show you what being real looks like. They did darn near, I don't know, $350,000, $400,000 of revenue strictly from Facebook live videos on social media. Now it's important to understand, you do not want to hop on social media and just go, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. People are going to back button out of there. They're going to close it out. They're not going to follow you. We want to be real. We want to be engaging and all that other stuff and transparent. And Alan's done a great job of that in his business. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Brett. That's a Gary V thing. Hook, 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 or jab, 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 right hook, right? And so we're going to get into what that actually looks like. So remember, social media, okay, let me back up here. Google is what they call intent-based search. So when somebody goes to Google and they're looking for a contractor, a painter, or a siding guy, or whatever it is, they're actually going there with the intent of finding somebody, scheduling an appointment, checking them out, and whatever. They typically don't go to social media, okay, to search for a contractor. Now they might, if they're in a Facebook group or some other group, and they go, hey, does anyone know a good whatever? Okay, but understand that if you want to be referred and found on social media, you can't just be all about the sale. You've got to be approach things a little bit differently, okay? And it's really about building your brand and getting as many eyeballs on you as possible. Because, there's an old saying, it's not who, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Okay, but it's actually, in the marketing world, guys, it's who knows you. And that's where social media comes in, and it's positioning yourself as an expert. Those of you that were on our training last month here with Harvey, we've done a number of these. We talked about content marketing in depth, okay? And I've done a ton of things on content marketing through the years. And content marketing is it's about positioning yourself as the expert, somebody who knows what they're doing. We get to be introduced to your people and this and that. So a lot of those concepts that we talked about on, whatever that date was on the content marketing thing in April apply here, all right? So what I want to do here is I want to cover a couple things what it means to be real. And then we're going to look at Alan's Facebook profile. And then we're going to move into the second strategy and look at an Instagram profile. Okay. But guys, some of the things, if you don't know what to post, if you don't know what being real looks like, it's simply doing some job site updates. You got your camera, you're taking a picture, you're doing a video, whatever it is. And you're like, hey, we're super excited to be, starting this bathroom remodel here in such and such town. One of the biggest challenges that we're running into on this job, see, I just scooted down here to unique issues, right? This is a crazy issue that we have here. We have crazy site access. We had to figure out how we're going to get here. So let me show you guys how we're going to get here. So you're just kind of bringing people behind the scenes, giving them job site updates, before and afters, and things like that. I love this or that posts for some contractors. So let's say you're a tile contractor, you're a flooring contractor, and you could post a picture like, hey, we're working with a homeowner in such town right now, and here's the 2 samples that we're trying to pick from right now. What do you guys think? Which one would you pick? The one on the left or the one on the right? So you can play that this or that game. You're just being real. You're bringing them behind the scenes. Meet the team. Meet the team is huge, okay? So many of us are afraid to put our people out to the public, yet they're the ones that the public are interacting with on a regular basis out on job sites. And one of the things that will help improve the positioning of your brand and build trust in your company is actually introducing them to your people. There's a Facebook Live by a painting contractor buddy of mine a couple of years ago, and he just pulled out his camera and he walked up to the job site. He was like, literally like, hey, let's see what's going on here, everybody. And he walked down the job site and he asked his foreman a couple questions about what they were doing and how they were approaching something. And this guy's answer was amazing because it was just on the fly. It was real. And he absolutely ended up picking up, I think, 2 or 3 more jobs just like this one within a week, simply because he went live. Yeah, it absolutely works for subs as well, Joe. Because if you're on the job with a builder, I did a lot of sub work as a painting contractor. If we were out there getting ready to do this trim package on a custom home or something, and I'm going to spray enamel on it, I'm going to educate people. I'm going to show them how we're prepping. Hey, a lot of you guys might wonder, man, how do they get the sprayed finish like this to come out so nice? Guys, it all starts in the prep, and we have this 8-step process that we go to. We actually, we putty, sand, caulk, prime, whatever you're doing. We do a first coat, second coat. We take big lights and go in between the coats, and we touch up the caulk and the nail holes and the putty, and then we, lightly sand it again. Then we tack clock that and vacuum, and this whole job site is like an operating room. Guys, you are educating people. What you're doing when this happens is you are making yourself the expert. You're also justifying why the stuff we do is expensive. And it should be expensive because of the amount of work. Most people have no idea what goes into your specific trade, okay? Being real also is sharing about what annoys you. So why don't you all type in the box right now, what annoys you about people in your industry, your competitors, if you're a plumber, what annoys you about other plumbers? If you're a painter, what annoys you about your industry as a whole? What are some of those things that absolutely bother you? Go ahead and type it in the box right now. Yeah, giving free estimates. Okay, what else? Sloppy, unprofessional, quality is crappy, not being reliable, lack of craftsmanship. You guys got it. Guys, these are the things that you actually share. Okay, so remember, the worst place you want to be in your marketing is in the middle. Okay, I would rather somebody love or hate me than be indifferent. Okay, so what that might look like is this. Let me turn my camera back on. And maybe you can see me, maybe you can't. All right, should be able to. So what that would look like is this, is, hey guys, I'm out here in, blah, blah, blah. Let's say I'm just a painter because that's what I came from that world. One of the things that I want to share with you guys that annoys the crap out of me about other painting contractors is the fact that they typically do a really good job with the actual painting, but they blow it in other areas around the paint job. For instance, sometimes, a customer will call an office or send a message or an email, fill out a contact form. It'll be days before they hear from somebody. And today I just want to share a quick process that we've implemented to make sure that we don't drop the ball in communication, because the greatest paint job in the world doesn't matter if it's been a bad experience. And if you're a painting contractor watching this, I'm challenging you guys to get out of your own way and step up your game and communicate with the people that have reached out to your company. So guys, that's what it might sound like, the things that annoy you, because it makes you human. It shows that you care, that your eyeballs are on these things and you understand the pain and the irritations and things like that that the typical client goes through with a contractor. Guys, does that make sense there? The annoyance part, okay? And then another area, and this is not all inclusive here, but you can share what you're proud of. If you pull up to a job site, okay? In fact, type yes or no in the last 7 days. If you pulled up to one of your job sites and been proud of what you've seen. Yes or no? I remember frequently pulling up to job sites and being absolutely proud of the way my crew had a nice shop area set up. and everything was orderly. We won many jobs because neighbors were watching, okay? Just simply doing that. So that is a content opportunity for you to take your camera out, snap a picture. If you don't want to go on video, snap a picture, go on to Facebook, you go to Instagram, whatever it is, and you literally just post. Hey, there's a lot of things as a boss. Tell a story. You want to tell a story. There's a lot of things as an employer that I'm dealing with every day that make the job a little bit more difficult, okay? But one of the things that made my day today is when I pulled up to this job site on such and such street in such and such town, how clean it was, and I couldn't be more proud of Dave and his crew. And I'd snap a picture of the job site. A couple of those, I'd snap a picture of Dave and his crew with their arms around each other, maybe at lunchtime, they're smiling, okay? And it makes me proud. And you post that shit. Guys, it makes you human, and it's a way that you're bragging about your company and the way you guys do things without really coming out and bragging. Another thing might be if you pull up, another thing that I was always proud of, I was proud of the community that my crew had with each other. We would pull up to a job site at lunchtime. They'd all be sitting there. They'd have their lunches. They'd be sitting on buckets. They'd be laughing, having a good time. You could tell they really enjoyed each other. So I would point to that as something that I'm just proud of. I'm proud that I have high quality people, okay, that are, that respect one another, and they're not playing games like it happens in lots of other companies, okay? I'll give you another idea here that just came to me that I wish I would have done. I never did this because I didn't think of it at the time. This is a long, long time ago. My foreman came to me. I had 4 crew leaders at the time. They came to me and they said, we would like to move our start time back. And I said, okay, so why do you want to move the start time back? Because we gave them a lot of independence on jobs, as long as it was done on time and they worked with the customer. Once I sold the job, I barely ever saw the job again. All right, so they said, all my crew leaders and all the guys on the team at the time, I think we had 12, 14 employees, whatever, 16 employees, somewhere around there. Almost every one of them had little kids. And they said to me, they said, we would really like to be able to walk our kids to the bus in the morning before school now and then, because we leave and it's dark, we come home and it's dark. I'd like to walk my kid to the bus. And that was the consensus. So we just said, fine, go for it. You work out the start times with the customers and all this other crap. And we gave them 100% freedom. So if that were to happen today, what I would do with that is I would take a picture. I might take a picture of myself with my kid, or whatever, or I might take a picture of my guys, or I might have them send me some pictures of them and their families if they wanted to do that. I know some people don't want to do that. And I would go, one of the things I love and I'm so proud about my team is how they love their families. Guys, think about it right now. The average person, if they're honest with themselves, when they think stereotypical contractor, it's a guy with a smoke in his mouth, okay? He's, driving a piece of shit van. He's not reliable, not a family guy. He probably has a drinking problem. Okay. And all of us are going, well, shit, I got 4 guys that work for me like that. We've all had those guys, right? But the point here is we're trying to tell a different story, a real story of who you guys are as people, because people hire and trust people. That's just described somebody's sub. That's funny. All right. That was my cousin for a while too. All right, let me hit a couple questions and I'm gonna look at Alan's thing here. Guys, and like I said, this is not a comprehensive list of ways that you can be real. It's just an example. Don't be afraid to get a little fired up now and then and be pissed off, okay? I won't share his name, but there was a contractor who drove by a job site and a retaining wall was failing. And he got out and did a Facebook Live, and this got him, this is probably 3-4 years ago, this got him another $100,000 worth of work within the next week or two. Because of this video, he got out and he hid the address. He showed the retaining wall and it was failing. He goes, guys, I want to show you what pisses me off about my industry. He says, people are too afraid to charge what they need to charge, to do things right. They take shortcuts. This is a job behind me that I didn't get 2 years ago, whatever it was, 18 months ago. And now this wall is failing and these people have to pay to have it done again. And that's what ticks me off about our industry. And he basically called out some contractors. He says, so guys, price your work right, get your heads out of your asses, blah, blah, blah. And that post got him so much traction around being memorable in his marketing versus just posting a picture of, we do beautiful work. You guys tracking with me on that? Does that make sense? Yes or no? All right. Let me go back here. Jared, thanks. Appreciate that. Do you think there's value in doing a video and acknowledge if you had previously had shitty customer service that you had recently corrected? Rudi, I love that. In fact, I won dozens of jobs. This is pre-social media, but people, I used to have this binder. I'm old, so we had these binders with customer testimonials and stuff. And I used to turn to the pages of where things went wrong on somebody's job. And I shared how we corrected it. I shared that we have a great relationship now and that they've had us back to do other work. So again, it's being real. And the way you posture that, you can't be defensive. You just got to be like, hey guys, today I want to do a video. I'm super excited to have an opportunity to fix a mistake that we made. It was brought to our attention. We were doing some past customer follow-up calls, got on the phone with a client, and they said, Tom, honestly, we weren't really happy with this, and the other thing. And, and I was embarrassed, but I was fired up that they were honest with me. So today, my crew in here, we're back here making this right because it certainly wasn't intentional. We dropped the ball, blah, blah, blah. Guys, people know that you're human. So be human here on social media. So hopefully, Rudi, that makes sense. All right. Blah, blah, blah. All right. All right. Being real. Okay. So guys, here's what I want to do. I want to minimize this. I want to open up this. I want to go to Facebook, and I encourage you guys to do this. Check out my buddy, Alan Decker. All right. And if you just type in Decker's Pondscapes, it should auto-populate here in a second. We literally just upgraded our internet today. But I'm in a room with 3 teenagers right now who are over there all on the Wi-Fi. There we go. See, I'm being real. Okay. All right. So guys, if you go to Decker's, Alan was on my podcast, so go just search Contractor Fight podcast. He talks about how Facebook Lives have really cranked up his business. All right. He's been in business a long time. I'm just going to go here to some videos. And what you'll see here's a midday update from 6 hours ago, 9 hours ago from Georgia. They're out at Shaq's house right now, literally Shaquille O'Neal's building a water feature. And what you'll see from Alan and Jody and their team, okay, there he is. They're meeting Shaq. Look at that. Okay, here's my buddy Greg. Greg is my size. He's about 5'10", okay? And here's Shaq. Look at this man. Guy's massive, isn't he? That's pretty cool. All right, so what you'll see from Alan here, I got all these windows open here. Just want to show you some real life stuff here, okay? And if you're chatting with me right now, I ain't seeing it because I got all these boxes open, so hold on a second. All right, so let's go simply right here. I haven't even seen this video yet. I'm just
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Good afternoon. We are making some good progress. Bog is all finished up. We dug in our Bay Area. We didn't put the Bay Area in yet because we can do that afterwards. We got to the most exciting part is a secondary waterfall. And we got it kind of carved out. Thing is we ran out of the type of rock I want to use. So now we got to run back and get rock. We are a little short-handed right now with this COVID thing. We need to get our whole crew back. But you know what? We're making do. And Jason and I are going to go back and pick through the piles because we want to make sure that this thing is exactly the way we want it when we're done. And let's check it out. So over here is where we got our Bay Area. So that's going to be our big skimmer. So basically we got.
All right. So as promised, I'm not going to go through all of these with you guys. All right. But what I hope you see here is here's Alan. He's just a normal guy. Okay. Yeah, the lines on the screen are one of you guys watching this right now. You were using the drawing feature on accident or on purpose, and you have lines on the screen now. So not sure what happened there. But guys, here's the thing. Alan is very consistent in his content. And again, likes and views and shares and things like that don't pay the bills. Money pays the bills. And because of his consistency, because he keeps showing, like you just heard him own it. He's like, we ran out of some of the rock that we need to finish the project. He's sharing real life shit that's going on the job site. It's got a good attitude about it. You see, it's just him holding a camera. It's not this big fancy production. Okay. Guys, I know people that have, 100,000 followers on Instagram and things like that, that don't make shit for money. Okay. Because they haven't figured out how to be real. Okay. They go and they buy likes and they create funny stuff that's just entertaining, but it's not adding any real value to people. And so Alan gets reached out to all the time by people saying, hey, we've been watching your videos for a year now, or for 6 months or 2 years or whatever it is, and we're finally ready to do a project. Okay. You guys with me so far? I know we're flying through this, guys, because it's a lot of stuff to cover here today. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump. Just give me a yes or no if you're with me. Okay. If you got questions, ask them along the way here. Don't overcomplicate this, guys. Just be simple. Just be fun. Be easy with it, and just learn as you go. Imitate other people that are being successful. I don't have time to find it now, but I remember walking around the corner once on one of our paint jobs, and my foreman was there with the homeowner, and they were laughing and having a good time. And I just picked my camera up and I went, hey guys, smile. And I snapped a picture. Okay. And I posted, this is a really long time ago. I posted, one of the biggest compliments that we get when people give us reviews is how fun our team is to have around their house. Boom, done. Post is up. Okay. So anyway, guys, here's just some ideas here. All right. Now I want to get into high quality stuff. What are some other contractors? We just watch their content and copy what they're doing. Nathan, that was privately. I didn't know if you want that to be public or not, but there's a little drop down for that. So guys, I'm giving you a couple right now. Look at Alan Decker. Look at Matt Heiner, who's, we're going to look at his Instagram here in a minute. He's called The Yardist on Instagram. He's absolutely crushing it. Guys, there's I think it was Chase Landry, who's a commercial building contractor down in Louisiana. I think it was Chase the other day who posted they ran across a snake and he had to rig up a pole and be able to like tape it together. And somebody videoed, we're trying to get this snake out of these rafters or something. And it was just real. It was real life stuff that they're running into on the job site. And they had a really good time with it. All right, so this here is a picture of Matt Heiner, one of his projects that's on Instagram. We're going to look at his profile here in a minute. Well, I'm going to talk high quality here, guys. High quality doesn't necessarily mean that you're always highly processed. Matt does a lot of highly processed stuff. He has the time to do it. He has a team that does some of this stuff. But number one, that's why we got BMW here, man. You see a BMW logo and you're like, man, that's high quality shit. Okay. So, the identity messaging. Okay. One of the biggest mistakes that contractors make is if you go to your website, okay, and you type yes or no with this. If you're guilty of this, just type guilty. Okay. And if you're not, just put NG for not guilty. You should be able to have a high quality company identity, meaning your logo, it's high quality, it's not half-assed. Your website, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your company shirts, your business cards, everything you do, your trucks, everything should look the part. If you're charging, if you're bitching about not being able to sell high dollar stuff and losing out to low ballers, you might do the best work in the world, but your appearance might be that of a cheap guy. Okay. And it sends a message. So everywhere that your company is online and offline should look the same. I challenge you, go to all of BMW's social media profiles. Okay. Go to anything, go to their stores and their brochures, everything across the board is uniform and it's a high quality Quality of people, we kind of touched on that, but we want to deliver high quality content. Well, that also means showing us the quality of the people that you have who work for you. Give me a yes if you've got some high quality people that are good-hearted, full of integrity, yada, 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 okay, that work for your company right now. I know there should be a bunch of yeses here. Okay, well, they need to be shown off to the world. This does a couple things. Number one, it's going to establish your brand as a high quality brand, high quality people, okay? And the second it's going to do, it's going to help you retain your kick-ass people because you're giving them recognition. You're giving them props, okay? Now, I had a guy ask me once, well, what if I got a guy that doesn't want to be on camera? See, somebody's playing with the drawing tool again there. All right, it's funny. Just hit undo somewhere. If you have somebody who doesn't want to be on camera, they're just shy, I totally get that, then you can take a picture and just make and adjust the darkness and make it a silhouette and go and have fun with it, guys. Add some personality here. Go, hey guys, meet Bob. Bob's been with our company for 16 years, and the amount of things that Bob has done to add value to our clients, I don't have enough time in the day to describe. You know, Bob doesn't like being on camera. He's a little camera shy, but we just wanted to give a public shout out to Bob. Guys, there's always a way to show the quality of your people. All right, your images here, like we're going to see here in a minute with Heiner. You know, a couple weeks ago, Logan Schinholzer from Contractor Growth Network, who does a lot of websites and stuff like that with our team and customers and stuff, does a kick-ass job. We had a conversation about this right now, about BMW. So I want you guys to type in the box right now, what's your average job size? Just type in the box, what is your average job size? And then I want you to type in the box right after that, what does your ideal client drive? What kind of vehicle? You're working, you see the cars in the garage, cars in the driveway. Okay. What do you see? Lexus, Tesla, BMW, says Benton, got a Toyota in there. Okay. Guys, if you want somebody to drop 30, 40, 50 grand, 20 grand with your company, don't you think it would make sense that you would market to them in a manner that's somewhat consistent with the type of vehicle they're going to buy? Okay, I see a lot of guys that call themselves high-end remodelers, okay, but they don't, their websites don't look like somebody who's driving an Audi or a BMW would buy something from that website. Hopefully what I'm saying there makes sense. So your images, guys, got to be first rate, okay, on your website and some things like that. Sound is huge. If you're going to be doing video, okay, if you're going to be doing video stuff, the audio is actually more important than the video quality. People can get through some shitty video now and then. If the lighting is a little off or whatever, it helps if it's great, all right? But they will not continue to watch a video if the sound is really bad. There are transcription services out there. In fact, a lot of the Facebook videos are consumed without people even listening to sound because there's subtitles. So most people actually shut the sound off if there's subtitles. So hopefully that makes sense. But guys, high quality sound, hop on Amazon and get a lapel mic and hook it up to your phone with the little adapter thing that looks like this, and you're good to go, okay? That way it'll help minimize some of the wind noise and things like that from a job site. The spirit in which you deliver should be high quality, okay? So even if you are, like we talked about, being real and you're ripping on something, and I don't mean like call out another competitor by name. That's Bush League. We don't want to do that. But like, if you're going to get on and be fired up a little bit about what ticks you off about your industry, do it with the right spirit. Hopefully that makes sense. So you're not like MFing people and stuff like that, but you're like, this ticks me off because I know that 90% of the painting contractors or whatever contractors in this area, in this industry, are good men and women. They're doing things right and this and that. And what bothers me, like the retaining wall thing, right? Here's a guy who took a shortcut. okay? And he lowballed this thing. And because of that, you're not mad that you didn't get the job. You're mad that now this client, the spirit here is you are coming to bat for the client on behalf of them. Or one of the things that pisses me off, I just talked to a client here today, and they said they got 3 bids from contractors last week, or 3 estimates. People came out, met with them, and they haven't heard a word from them. And guys, that's just not right. And that's what ticks me off. That's why we have a check and balance of how we follow up with incoming leads. And now you get to explain your system a little, but you can still be fired up, but you have the right spirit about it. And you're defending the honor, per se, of the client who's having to deal with these shitty contractors. So hopefully that makes sense. And somebody earlier mentioned some Gary Vee stuff. One big thing that Gary Vee put on the radar many years ago in some of his books, basically, guys, you do not want to deliver, you don't want to put something on one platform. If I do a Facebook post, it doesn't mean it's going to be a good Instagram post or a good LinkedIn post or something like that. Every platform has their native language and way of doing things. And, Instagram is very visual, obviously, and not a lot of people are going to read a ton of text in an Instagram post and some things like that. So you just want to make sure that you play the game of each platform a little bit, okay? All right, so let me get, I want to pull up Heiner here, right here. So Matt is here in Colorado Springs, right by me. He's, so now check this out. Here's what I mean by high quality. When I think of high quality social media and stuff like that, I think of Matt. You just simply scroll through here. We got all the lines on the screen from somebody farting around with the drawing tool. But guys, you'll see lots of befores and afters, okay? So if I just click this first one here, he tells a little bit of a story, but he doesn't like overdo it, okay? You'll see down here, he's got certain hashtags that are industry, koi ponds, construction, landscape stuff. What you'll see if we were to take more time and dig in, he'll actually, if he's in the Banning Lewis neighborhood in Colorado Springs, he would do hashtag Banning Lewis, because the people that live in this neighborhood where this project is going on, or wherever this neighborhood is, they're going to be more likely to see it in their feed because they're following that hashtag. Now they get eyeballs. See, this one's in Wolf Ranch here, okay? But he does a lot of before and afters, okay? They show their progress. You see he gets a lot of engagement here. And then he ends it with a quick little video. Okay, so what I'm looking for is consistency in the feed. This says to me it's high quality, okay? High quality, everything's consistent. Another guy I want to show you, he's been on my podcast before, Nick Schiffer of NS Builders. He's out on the East Coast there. Nick's, last I heard, damn near 100% of his revenue comes from Instagram, you guys, okay? So just look at the, what do you guys notice here? I'm going to scroll. You're going to type in the box right now. What do you notice about the feed? Okay, I'm just going to shut up for a minute. Yeah, everything's consistently in the, there's close-ups, there's, in progress pics. Sometimes you'll see a close-up detail shot of like a cabinet or something like that. But guys, the other big thing you're going to see here, and it's harder on the desktop here. All right, this is 10 hours ago. 1 day ago. Okay. When was this one? 3 days ago. Looks like he took the weekend off. So generally, you're going to see a lot of consistency. You're going to see a little bit of storytelling. Let's see what this one says. I'm Nick. I'm working with our project managers to work through difficult details. See, guys, he's being real. He's being consistent. Okay. I love being in the field, figuring out problems. Now, if you come down here, you'll see again, I did not pre-screen the things I'm showing you here today with hashtags, but a lot of times you'll see he'll hang on some certain hashtags here. If I go back through some other things here, let's just see what we got. And guys, this is what you do. This is how you figure out the game. You'll find a lot of times you'll see neighborhoods. I think he's in Boston, so you'll see a hashtag with something like Boston design, because then he gets more eyeballs from interior designers and architects and things like that on his stuff, which is how he's been able to grow the crap out of his brand, mainly on Instagram. Okay, so this is the high quality stuff. Yeah, somebody's like cell phone or professional, both. Okay, I know guys that do both. Here's another buddy of mine who's crushing it here in Colorado. There it is, Colorado Custom Floors. All right. Again, look at the feed. Okay, it's real, it's consistent. Okay, he catches the lighting coming in. Look at this shot. You know, you got wood stacked up. He took a picture, you know, and they're going all in on this stuff, guys. And I know he here at Colorado Custom Floors, they use an iPhone for the most part. Okay, so invest in an iPhone, invest in a photographer, whatever you have to do, guys. Train your people. Train your people how to take before and after pictures for you. You know, Premier Ponds, who's one of my partners and friends, and we do a lot with them. They actually do, vintage as well, right? Yeah, Vintage Builders, that's Johnny. Yeah, he, in fact, I'm going to be on their podcast in June here pretty soon, guys. So anyway, if you have multiple crews out there, if you have 3 crews out in the field, there's no reason that you can't have every crew taking quick little videos and pictures of before and afters. Like, you should be in the same spot for the before picture as you are in the after, and making sure the lighting is good and all this other shit. Okay. So guys, it's a high quality, this is a commitment. Remember, we're building a brand. We're not just looking to be a flash in the pan here in our businesses. You guys with me? All right. Third thing I want to look at here, talk about is, first we talked about, come back here, right? We had be real. That's strategy 1. High quality content, okay? And then finally, make everything you do about them, your customer, okay? Even when you share about yourself, you can do it in the context of how it benefits them, and I'm actually going to show you guys that here in a few minutes, okay? How that works. All right, so what does this look like? Well, relevance. What is relevant to people, right? Yeah, Donnie, that's a great way to look at it. It seems like you're wasting time, but it fills the pipeline. This stuff compounds over time, guys. People are flying through their feeds. If you want people referring you in Facebook groups in their community and things like that, then you have to be top of mind. You have to be consistently showing up. So ways that we can make it about them, we've touched on a couple of these, but be relevant. Don't post shit that's not relevant to your ideal client. All right. Common complaints. We've talked about that. I'm not going to dig into that anymore. Give more than you take. Again, that goes back to the jab, 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 right hook. The jabs are I'm giving, I'm educating. Okay. If you were on our content marketing training that we did here a few weeks ago, we talked a lot about, you know, what kind of content do I create? And guys, the cool thing is you can repurpose it. You could do I'll use a painting one because it's easy. How do I keep my how do I wash my walls after they've been freshly painted? That's a big question. How do I do a touch-up or whatever it might be? Or how do I adjust a cabinet door that's being a pain in the butt? Okay, those are the things that people are going to YouTube and Google for, asking about problems. Guys, you can create social media quick little posts that simply add value. You're giving more than you take. And in time, you will see, you'll start getting direct messages. You'll get people going to your website and stuff like that, and your phone will start ringing. Make other people the hero. Make your people the hero, your crews the hero. Make the customers the hero, okay? If you've got customers that are willing to come on and talk about their experience with you, you know, if you don't want them to be talking, if they don't want to be on video, ask them, hey, if you're happy, will you give me a thumbs up and just smile so I can post it, okay? So anyway, guys, you have to make it about them. And every piece of content that we make, The bottom 3 things here on this screen: meet a need, make their life easier, or save them time. If your content can do one of those things or all of those things, you will knock it out of the park. Okay? All right. So these last few minutes here tonight, guys. Sorry, I got cotton mouth. I want to share with you and take you through an example of something you can do starting tomorrow. We'll just start it tomorrow. And it's what we call the 5-day social media challenge. Something I got from one of my coaches a couple years ago, and I've implemented it here. And a lot of people use this with great success. And it's a great way to get you started on doing social media stuff. All right. So guys, here's what it looks like. Okay. In fact, I've had people do this, and literally within a day or two, they've texted me privately, said, shit, I just did the first video, Tom, and I got work. I've had other people say that it just created a buzz of referrals and things like that, and varying things like that. All right. So here's what it looks like. And guys, if you have questions, get ready to start typing them in, because I'm going to go through this. Man, we got people in the UK. It's midnight. There you go. Yeah, tomorrow, man, you're good. It just says iPhone, so I don't know who you are. So guys, I'm going to give you, if I were doing a social media challenge right now as a painting contractor, and I'll just do painting because that was my world forever, right? Yeah, Dan said it worked great when he did it. And I think this is something you can do once a quarter, because things disappear in your feed and you're going to get better. But this is a great way for you to get out of your comfort zone and start just with a 5-day plan. Okay. So a couple things here. Number one, no longer than about 90 seconds each video. Minute and a half, 90 seconds. Okay. Make sure you got some good light on your face. You know, you don't want to have the light behind you. If you could be outside or whatever on a job site that's behind you, that's cool, whatever. If you're in your office, doesn't matter. Just make sure that, you know, there's good lighting, there's good sound like we talked about. Smile and try not to move a whole lot. If you have a tripod, that's great. Just stand in front of the tripod and go from there. So I'm going to roll through these. I'm not going to do 90 seconds of every video here, but I'm going to take you quickly through 5 videos that you can be doing right now, starting tomorrow. And even if you've done it, do it again. Okay, because you're probably a little better now. You guys probably hear teenagers squeaking upstairs. We had 7 teenagers in the house today. It was crazy. All right, a bunch of our kids. All right, so here we go. And you probably hear my attack chihuahua barking up there too. Finn, shut up. All right, so we have 3 dogs, and the chihuahua is the loud one. There we go. He's a Mexican dog with an Irish name. His name is Finn. So anyway. All right, you guys ready here? I'm going to dig in here with the social media challenge for you. 5 days. Here we go. I'm going to smile. All right. And I'm basically going to do this. Hey guys, it's Tom with Tom's Painting. And I've realized that so many people, even though I'm really active on social media, I do a lot on Facebook and stuff like that. You could do this on Instagram or whatever. There's still a lot of people that have no idea what I really do for a living. So over the next few days, I'm just going to give you guys a short video each day for 5 days. This is day 1, and give you some insight into me and my company. Okay. And today I'm simply answering the one question. It is, what do you do? So I run a company that paints interiors, exteriors. We repair drywall. We remove wallpaper. You know, we can remove popcorn ceilings. We stain decks, fences. We do custom built-ins and finishing of all that cool stuff like that. We typically do this in residential settings. On occasion, we'll do some light commercial, you know, offices and some stuff like that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. And tomorrow, I'm going to be back to share with you why I chose to do this for a living, why I do what I do. See you tomorrow. Done. Okay? Don't overthink it. Don't shoot it 20 times. Put it out there, because even if you fumble through it, you're being real, homies. Okay? All right, so the next video, okay, you're back on the 2nd day. And if you're typing anything now, I can't see it, guys, because I have bullet point script for me here. So I always have a little bullet point script. I got my iPad here that's just sitting here, okay? So hopefully, you know, sometimes I'll just write something on a piece of paper and I'll tape it to my tripod or whatever it is so I can see it. Hey guys, it's Tom from Tom's Painting again. And yesterday I shared with you what I did. We talked about, you know, we're a full service painting company that does this, that, and the other thing. Boom. Today I want to share why I chose this profession. In short, I love to make things look nice. I grew up with an uncle and a grandfather who were painters. And one of the things I realized when I was young and I was working for them was that I liked to see people's faces light up when we added some color or made something look new again. And it was just, it jacked me up. And I also like to work with my hands. I didn't want to be cooped up in an office. So I was like, I think this is a perfect fit for me. In short, that's why I chose to do what I do. You know, I appreciate you watching. Tomorrow, I'm going to share why I believe that my company and I are better than anybody else in this industry. See you tomorrow. Video 3, okay? Promise you guys, some of you guys are going to do this. You're going to knock it out of the park. You're going to sell some work real soon. Hey guys, it's Tom again. Okay. Yesterday I shared why I chose painting. Today, I'm going to share with you what makes us the best choice in this industry, in this city, hands down, and why I believe and why I'm my own biggest fan for my own company. I could tell you about our high quality and our great people and all that, but I'm going to spare you that, guys. The number one thing that I believe makes us head and shoulders above everybody else is the way that we pre-plan a job. One of the biggest, couple of the biggest complaints in this industry are contractors don't communicate. They surprise me at the end with a bill. There's an unclear scope of work, and people bicker and argue with their contractors. They left a mess, and on and on. We found after doing thousands of paint jobs, those are the biggest complaints. And so our pre-job planning process is exactly that. It's a process that's meant to eliminate the most common issues that people have with a painting contractor. So anyway, that's why I'm my own biggest fan. That's why I thought I'd come on here today and share that with you guys. Tomorrow I'll be back to share some of the results that we get for people. All right, let me see if there's any comments here. Let me just take a breath. You guys are all quiet right now. What's going on? You all with me still? Okay. All right, 2 more here quickly. And then we'll open up for any Q&A to wrap this thing up. Okay. Ta-da, it's Tom again. Guys, have fun with this. Be yourselves, okay? Hey, over the past few days, I've shared with you what I do, why I do it, why we're the best, blah, blah, blah. Today, I'm going to actually share some of the results we get for people. To date, we've painted over 25,000 rooms. We've actually done the math over the past, 9 years, and we've painted more than 25,000 rooms. We have a crazy amount of great reviews, happy clients, and this and that. And so you got to ask yourself, well, why? Why do people keep continuing to call us and hire us and say nice things about us? And it's really because we honor our commitments. It's no more complicated than that. And we find that that's the greatest result that we can deliver. We hit deadlines for people who are having parties or have movers coming and they don't have time to spare. We get homes ready and on the market to sell with real estate agents really quick because we know time kills deals. We paint whole office spaces and restaurants literally overnight, like people leave at 9 o'clock at night. Our crew comes in, and by 9 o'clock the next morning when they open, it's like a genie went in there and waved a magic wand, and boom, the project was done. Okay, so this is all due to my team. This is due to our processes. And anyway, guys, these are some of the results we get for people. I appreciate you watching. Tomorrow will be my final video. I'm going to come back and make the case for why you or somebody that might just want to work with my company. And then the final video, guys, and then I'll take some questions here. You come back, you go, hey guys, it's Tom again with Tom's Painting. Super excited. We just did, this is the 5th day of a 5-day just video thing I'm doing for y'all to introduce my company. And we've answered a lot of questions this week. But today we're going to talk about who's a great fit to have our company in to do a project for them. And it really comes down to somebody who cares about quality. If they're going to choose a high-end steakhouse over the budget steak at Old Country Buffet, then they're probably more likely our client. If you're done playing games with unreliable, really low-priced, unprofessional contractors, you're probably a good fit to work with Tom's Painting. If you have deadlines to meet and you don't have time to waste, you don't want to play any games with that, you're probably a good fit for us. And then finally, when the job is done, if you have this beautiful paint job, but you have a to-do list of things that you got to clean up and, you know, paint to get off the floors and all that other stuff, if you don't want that to-do list, you're probably a good fit for us. So listen, if you find yourself in any of these mindsets, direct message us here on our Facebook page, call our office. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the last few days. We'll see you later. Guys, that's it. That's the 5-day social media challenge, okay? So you're going to do that, and you're going to post it on your company business page and your personal profile. Okay? Oh my God, I can't put it on my personal profile, Tom. I can't mix business and my personal life. Okay, well, that's bullshit, guys. In this day and age, I'll tell you what, every single company I ever reach out to, okay? In fact, every prospect that reaches out to my company to reach out about coaching, one of the first things I do is I go to find them on social media. I look for their business. I look for their personal profile. I want to know what kind of people they are and this and that. And the people that have done this challenge will tell you they got more traction out of posting this on their personal page, personal profile, than they did on their business page, because we all know Facebook likes money, okay? And if you ain't paying for those ads and stuff, your reach is going to go way down, which is why I tell you, put it on your personal profile, and you're going to get a lot more eyeballs, and you'll start to see people come out of the woodwork. Guys, I did this for my own business last summer, and I have, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 Facebook friends or whatever it is, my personal profile, and I did it again on my personal, and I was blown away by how many people that know or are contractors had no idea what I did, yet they see me on Facebook all the time. They didn't know that we did sales training. They didn't know all this other shit, okay? And so, guys, put it out there to the world. Go live when you can, because live is good. Facebook rewards you for live because it pops up on somebody's notification that, hey, so-and-so went live. And just have some fun with it, you guys. Don't overcomplicate this. All right, so let's recap. Okay, we talked about number one, being real. Oop, where is it? There it is. Be real, be authentic. Okay, and here's some of the topics that we talked about with being real. All right, produce high quality, consistent content. And we talked a little bit about what that looked like. I know some people have jumped on late and asked if we recorded this. Yes, it is recorded. And Harvey and Lansing, they're in charge of getting you guys the recording. So I would reach out to them. And then focus on them. Make it always about them, the customer. And you will have a ton of success with your social media. All right. So if you have a question, go ahead and post it. If not, that's fine as well. How do you post to both at the same time, or do you? Yeah, I do. I record it. I'll record it like on my business, and then I'll share it to my personal, or vice versa, Richard. That was privately asked. So yeah, Tim, it's recorded. I have no friends where I live, but by doing that, I got more likes and followers. There you go. It's about eyeballs, man. What else we got here? Mundle, private comment. What if I have more than one business that have nothing to do with each other? Then you got to pick a horse and ride the horse, man. Pick a horse. Which one do you want to grow? You can do both. My thoughts on PPC on Facebook and Google. Ron, I think ads are good if they work, right? And so you got to test it. You have to test it. And so one of the things that I would do, if you're going to spend money on Facebook or Instagram ads or whatever, go to your videos and look at the ones that got the most engagement, the most comments, maybe the most shares, and that'll be an indicator that you you might have hit a hot button in a good way with people, and then that would be the one that I would probably run as an ad, but then have a goal, okay, behind that. Have a goal of, so for instance, here in the contractor fight, we don't really ever try to sell any coaching programs or anything with our ads. Our ads are 100% geared towards building our email list, period. Okay. Anyway, Twitter sucks. I don't know one contractor who's ever made a fucking dime on Twitter. So if you guys know one, then teach us. I just know that my clients, or as a contractor, that baby boomer and that Gen Xer, most of them are not on Twitter. Okay. Tim, you got to talk to Harvey. So just send Harvey a message there. Go to harveybp.com. How can we help? And type in, and they'll get you access to that. Yeah, Jared says he did this social media challenge last time. Got 2 jobs from it. Love the idea of doing it quarterly. Blah, blah, blah. All right, guys. If there's anything we can help you with, you always reach out to the Contractor Fight. If you need help with your marketing, you're like, I don't even know where to start with marketing. The first place to start is have clarity how many leads you need. So if you go to thecontractorfight.com/leads, we have this worksheet that'll really walk you through exactly how to figure out how many times you got to get the phone to ring in a given period of time to grow your business. All right. So guys, I appreciate you hanging out as always. Harvey and Lansing, I appreciate you guys having me back, and super fun to be with all you guys tonight. And with that, I will talk to you guys next time. Keep kicking butt, have fun, implement this stuff. Don't be a wuss about it. Guys, you have years and years of knowledge in your head and experience and all these different situations, and it does no good in your head. Get it out to the world and position yourself as an expert, and the result of that will be your phone will ring more, and you will command more money because of your positioning as an expert. All right? Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.